Hello, I'm Lynn, and this is my video for my final project in integrating technology in the classroom. Today joining me is Dr. John Morris, Professor in Accounting. John, thank you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
You're welcome, Lynn. Thanks. Thanks for asking me. My background is a little different probably than some of the professors you have on campus here. I had a 25-year career as an accountant and financial manager, CFO. One day I ended up going back to college and getting a PhD in accounting, and now I'm teaching. So this is really my second career. I've been here now 6 years and starting my 7th. So.
Well, and it's been a great relationship for us here at the university as well. I was intrigued because you teach in our online program, and I hear that you've begun flipping your class this semester. How did that come about, and what's that involve?
Well, the concept of flipping a classroom is using a combination of video technology, video lectures, in lieu of classroom lectures, and then spending the time during the classroom doing working on problems and that sort of thing, especially in accounting. So the traditional model, the students would spend their time at home or in groups somewhere working on problems outside of the classroom, and they would come to the classroom and listen to the lecture. This flips that around. They spend their time at home watching the lecture and reading the textbook, and then we come to class and we work through problems. So I've always been a big believer that you learn accounting best by doing, and so this gives us a lot more opportunity to do it.
So tell us about the process of how you make this happen.
Well, there's a couple parts to it. First of all, you got to have a video recording to record your lectures, and I have one up here on the screen that I've been running. It's the current one the students are doing right now. I'll move it out to full screen. You can see that it's got a little bit of an intro to it, and then I come on. You'll see my face here in a minute. Welcome to Foundations in Accounting and Finance Module 2. I do a little introduction like this. I'm Morris. I'm Associate Professor of Accounting. And I go through the lecture. This is the second. Eventually, the three modules that makes up our course. I'll end up, I'll move this forward just a little bit, talking through using the PowerPoint in the background. And I get recorded then, so now the PowerPoint in the background is pointing out major tasks and points and stuff, and then my recording, my picture is down in the corner. Picture in the corner. So that's the process that goes through from the student's perspective. That's what they see. From my perspective, it takes a little bit of editing to get that done, and we use a software product here called Camtasia that the College of Business has a license for us to use, and that involves what I've got set up here, where I create the video and then I can go in and mix the music in the background or the straight-on video shot of me or the PowerPoint in the background. Basically anything I can put on the computer screen I can put in that video. I have some of the lectures, I have like an Excel spreadsheet that I'll bring up, and I'll go through the process of how you record a transaction using Excel and that sort of thing. So.
Wow, that's terrific. So how are those students receiving this technology?
They seem to be pretty good. I really got it started in a sense a year ago, in that I was doing the online course anyway, so I had the video lectures originally, and I started letting my students in the classroom have access to those lectures just in case that I would talk too fast or whatever. We have a number of international students here, so sometimes I use jargon and language that they don't understand, and so I said, well, if you don't understand the lecture, go back, watch the video version of it, and you can kind of back it up and go over it again. So that was a year ago I started doing that, and I got good feedback from the students on that. I thought that was good. So this year was pretty easy to transition to flip it around the other way and rely on the video as the lecture, and then spend my time in the classroom with the problem solving. So.
Well, that's really terrific. I know from my relationship with the students that, especially the second year students, really are enjoying the opportunity to have the lectures in advance. The first year students don't say much yet. So
they don't have anything to compare it to. They
yeah.
They don't have that
yeah.
background. Yeah.
So what other kind of things, technology-wise, are you integrating into your classes and into your, not only this class, but the other classes you teach?
Well, I believe in technology. I use, I always do a segment in, especially my second year class and in my Master's of Accountancy class on ethics. And so I'll use like a video lecture, or not a lecture, but videos of the Enron story as an example. and talk about that in class. Or I'll have them watch the video on YouTube. A lot of that stuff's available now on YouTube. So anything we can do there. The other thing, from the delivery standpoint, all of the quizzes that they do now are all online. So I use the technology for quizzes and then for problem solving. So I have a number of problems that I'll assign to them that they can work through on their own, and then they can go online and they can work the problems. I allow on the problems for them to go at it as many times as they want until they get it right. I don't show them the solution until after the end of the week and the material's over. So then every week they have to do a set of problems, they have to do a quiz, and then at the end of each block, or what we call a module, it's about 4 or 5 chapters, then I have an exam, and that's online also. So basically, even the classroom students are doing a lot of their work online. So.
Wow, that's really terrific. I think that probably wraps up our time for today, and I sure appreciate your time, and keep up the good work. I love having you in the college.
Well, thank you. I surely enjoy being here. So. Here's what's referred to as percentage of completion method of recognizing revenue. And if you think about the example I used to use back when they were building that parking garage right out there, was it was like a 2.5-year project that went on out there. So can you imagine if you were the contractor on that project and you couldn't recognize any revenue until you completed the project and turned it over to the Kansas State University and got your final check? You would go 2.5 years reporting nothing but losses because you got all these expenses you're incurring, and then you'd have 1 year where you had this huge profit because you collected all that money from the accounts receivable. Oh, you guys, you're doing that. I see what you're doing there. Do your own work.